If you're in the box and you don't know what to do with the ball, put it in the net and we'll discuss it later. The phrase, according to the popular legend that has always guided British soccer, is attributed to Bill Shankly, the legendary Liverpool manager of the 1960s and 1970s. And that is precisely what these three guys, Messi, Luis Suarez and Neymar, an Argentine, an Uruguayan and a Brazilian, do. They put it in the net every time they can, and then instead of arguing, they hug each other as if they were at recess. The fact is that by not knowing what to do with the ball, putting it in the net and embellishing their actions with walls, spikes, hats, cow's tails, elastics, footprints, roulettes, bicycles, rabonas, heels, the MSN, the commercial name of this multinational of the goal, is already part of the history of soccer with capital letters. For these reasons, the fans dream of joining the Brazilian star with Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez in the Florida team and forming once again the triumphant MSN of FC Barcelona. A post by David Beckham on social networks caused a stir among MLS fans and especially Inter Miami CF fans with the new reunion. Beckham, a shareholder of the Florida club, posted a picture with Neymar, welcoming him to Miami, which raised speculation about the Brazilian star's arrival at the club to reunite the famous MSN that included Neymar, Argentine Lionel Messi and Uruguayan Luis Suarez, the latter two of whom have already been together this season at Inter Miami CF. Neymar is visiting Miami, present at other events, but the dinner with Beckham and the photo posted on social networks fueled rumors about a possible reunion with Messi and Suarez. The photo Beckham uploaded with his wife Victoria and Neymar included a short message that read, "Welcome to Miami, my friend." The Brazilian star is currently recovering from an injury suffered with his national team, but he is not comfortable at Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia, so he would be looking for a way out. So a possible MSN reunion excites Inter Miami CF and FC Barcelona fans, of course, who have had a dream few months since the arrival of Messi last June, a first title in US soccer, the arrival of Suarez, and now the illusion of having Neymar. And it is understandable that the fans are so excited. The achievements of these three are no small feat. The MSN acquired its own entity and began to carve out a reputation for itself. A balanced forward line in which everyone knows what they have to do, where they have to do it, and how they have to do it. Luis Enrique and the rest of his teammates also put a lot of effort into making MSN the team's main reference point. The beginnings were not so easy. At that time, in the first quarter of last season, Messi played in the center and Neymar on the left, and the coach placed the Uruguayan on the right. It was difficult for him to get on the score sheet. It wasn't more than 4 games. Messi agreed to return to the starting lineup on the right flank, and Luis Suarez moved to center forward, closer to the box, his favorite territory, and with space in front of him. He became the first offensive reference of the team. 1 year later, the distribution of roles and spaces is well defined. Their rapport and understanding is striking. And the fact is that, despite being from nearby countries, they come from very different playing styles. Messi grew up in the Barca school and therefore has the Azulgrana DNA inside him. He already knew the club well and had grown up alongside Eto'o, Henry and Ronaldinho among others. Messi set the guidelines. The others moved depending on their zone of influence. He starts from the right but runs strides pulls wherever he wants. He is more and more a midfielder than a striker, but he reaches the box, creates the same problems for his opponents, and scores the same goals when he arrives as when he is there. Although all teams even try to mark him with man-to-man marking, every game it is more difficult to stop him. When he starts from the wing, you can try to set up a cage around him with 2 or 3 players close to him, in the purest Simeone style, but when he is positioned close to the center circle, it is almost impossible to control him. His radius of action is multiplied, and he becomes the center of maneuvers of all the attacking play. Luis Suarez became a footballer, as he always remembers, in the street. He then trained in schools as different as Ajax in Holland and Liverpool in England, before landing at the Camp Nou with a sanction on his back and the pressure of having cost €80 million. His market value skyrocketed after sharing with Cristiano Ronaldo the Golden Boot, which identified the 2 best scorers of the year. Luis Suarez was physical. He was the first to press when the team lost the ball near the opponent's area. Behind him were the midfielders and fullbacks. Messi and Neymar were less involved in this dirty work, but the Brazilian reacted well and quickly when he lost the ball. With space in front of him, the Uruguayan was lethal. He is not fast, but he thinks very fast and executes at the same speed. Insatiable in the area, he knows how to move to leave gaps for his teammates. Neymar came from a Santos where he was the Pelé of the 21st century and moved to a Barca which aspired to win all the competitions it disputed, under the parameter of good play that has identified its style for a long decade. Neymar knew where he belonged. From the left, he attracted play and opponents. Inside diagonals and constant mobility that managed to create free zones behind him for teammates who joined from the second line, such as Andres Iniesta on the 10's lane and Jordi Alba on the wing. In this relationship, something very difficult was achieved, that Luis Suarez and Neymar enriched Messi. Messi was always weighed down by the team's scoring responsibility. It seemed that if he didn't score, nobody scored. When the MSN was formed, they all scored. And it felt like a competition in which everyone gave their maximum to achieve stratospheric numbers. The distribution of roles was well designed. Neymar eliminated opponents in 30 different ways. Luis was the wildest. He didn't rub off on the other two. And Messi, he was just Messi. This has been all. I hope you enjoyed and learned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell because that small gesture helps in a huge way to increase this great family. That said, see you in the next video.